With Season 5 of Cold War coming out next week, it's time to take a look back on Season 4 of the game and everything that happened with it and if it was good. Before we do get into that though, if you are new here, I do hope you enjoy your stay and maybe consider leaving a like and subscribing for more COD content like this, and if you are returning, you already know what we're about. Getting back to it though, Cold War Season 4, when it was first announced, was an incredibly lackluster drop of content, with the only notable things coming from it was Hijack coming out with the season, and Rush, and a new Zombies map that also came out later in the season. The only thing that was somewhat fun when the season actually dropped was the Annihilator score streak, which I still like quite a lot, and then the only other notable thing was one in the chamber that I think I have played maybe one so far. The nail gun was also added too, which was a cool addition to the game and was fun to use, just the only problem was that Treyarch hates you, so they made it where trophy systems will counter the actual nails, rendering your gun pretty much useless and making you lose pretty much every gunfight to a trophy system. It also didn't help with this that with SBMM, everyone has to be good at the game despite being pretty trash, so pretty much everyone is running a trophy system in my lobbies, which means you can't use the nail gun like half the time and you get encounters like this. Other than that though, that was pretty much all of anything that was of interest with the new season. We got new prestiges, which was alright. I still hate the system, but it's there. Then we also got two guns that sucked unless you were in Warzone, and a mode that I genuinely do not remember because it was that bad. I think you had to do something with Fireteam map, I don't remember at all. Other than that though, League Play did get rewards, though they weren't really great at all since they were only stickers and charms, so kind of a spit in your face in my opinion, because like who wants stickers and charms for rewards, but regardless, we'll get deeper into that later. And everything else that came with the season was in Warzone, and I do not play Warzone, so I just didn't touch it at all. But at the launch of Season 4, the season was so incredibly boring and lackluster that I didn't play nearly as much as I would have if there was anything of interest, and I think I only had like 3 days on the season before I gave up. This season was honestly the season that I played the least amount compared to the rest, and the season that steered me away from the game so much that I haven't played multiplayer since June of 2021. I knew it was time to stop playing when I took a 2-week break from the game, and I came back and I was immediately put into a lobby that was only CDL skins with 74Us and Krigs that could not shoot straight or aim in any way. It's just like, why? Why would I ever want to play a game like this where I want to relax but cannot? Season 4 at launch just felt more like Treyarch didn't care enough to put in the content to make the game fun, so why should I care enough to enjoy their game? But overall, at the launch of Season 4, I think I stopped playing after 3 days, so again, just did not put any time when the season dropped because it was just that bad. Now after a while, we did get that mid-season update, and things started to turn around. Once that mid-season drop came, like mid-July or something, a lot of good content actually came with it. The smaller ones that made things better was Rush for multiplayer, which is a good map, just overall a good map. Then we also got blueprints for the Prestige shop that I've been asking for since launch and even did a whole video about. Now granted, I won't lie, the skins are pretty terrible, and one of them is literally just a reskin of the AK-47 pre-order skin. Still though, it is a step in the right direction nonetheless. Then we actually got decent rewards for League Play. Now, this might mean nothing to most players, but for someone like me that has been playing more League Play than anything else in the game, it's nice to get rewarded for playing the game. Again, it's not the most interesting reward, but having blueprints is still better than stickers and charms, so I can appreciate it more. We also got 2 modes with this as well, one being a paintball mosh pit, which was probably fun. I'm not sure, I did not play at all. Then we got Capture the Flag, which I was excited about. Then this happened, and I never played it for more than 30 seconds. And a little fun fact, that clip was the last time I ever played multiplayer, so you could kind of see why I don't want to play multiplayer. But other than that, the main thing that came with this mid-season update was Martyr Totem, the new round-based zombies map that we had been wanting for months. Now with this, we also got Meal Kick, which it's cool. I still rather would have gotten something that's more useful, but after Treyarch showed off that death perception is coming back, they clearly don't care too much to bring back useful perks. Now, getting back to the map, it is a good map, and I will say that first. I like the map, and it's a good addition to the game. The only problem is that for waiting 6 months for it, it is not worth it at all. We waited way too long for a map like this. I think the only way that long of a wait would have been justified is if we got a map like Mob of the Dead or Shadows of Evil. Just a map that is incredibly good and beloved by everyone. I can still appreciate the map though, because while it isn't worth the wait, it's still the most accurate thing we have to classic zombies. The wonder weapon in this map is also incredibly fun as well. That's the one thing Cold War Zombie has going for it, is that while the maps are fairly mid, the wonder weapons from each map are super fun to use and super satisfying to use. And while they're kind of the same, I won't lie, they're pretty much like the same gun, just reused in a different way, but they're still fun nonetheless. And while I can praise this map as much as I would like, at the end of the day though, I have yet to do the Easter egg on this map and don't play it regularly, where instead I find myself on BA3 zombies for my cravings of zombies. So that's the one thing I'm just not a big fan of for this map. It just does not hold my attention. Honestly, I cannot tell you why, but I just have no desire to come back to play this map. But overall for Season 4, while the beginning was incredibly rough, I will say the ending of it was fairly good. While I didn't play multiplayer nearly as much as I would have, and only found myself on League Play or Zombies when Mario the Tone came out, the end of the season was still good. Really, if the game just had more content and rewards for players that don't want to spend almost half the price of the game in the shop, and less strict SBMM and multiplayer, I think this COD would have been incredible. But with nothing to do once you get DM Ultra and Dark Aether, I have pretty much zero reason to play the game. I can't casually relax anymore, there's no new content, no rewards for free players, that doesn't suck, no 100%er calling card or any challenges to do that reward you, or any new mastery camo to go for. And it also doesn't help that DM Ultra and Dark Aether work on maybe 3 guns in the game, the rest you can see maybe 2 inches of the actual camo. So while Season 4 was good, in the end the lack of everything in the game really just killed it. Now from what we've seen of Season 5, it also looks good as well, and especially for the 6v6 aspect, but chances are we're going to find ourselves in the same problem here where there's nothing else to do besides playing remastered BO2 maps, so I'm keeping my expectations very low for the next season, but hopefully Treyarch can surprise me and bring the content a player like me wants. But only time will tell on that. If you did enjoy the video though, make sure not to leave without leaving a like and subscribing for more, but until next time, see ya.